with a new deck. Well, not a. It's it's actually a top 15 cards that I found within my decks and within my trades that I found that you would actually want to have and run later on in the future. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to my mom for for everything she's done for me, for being one of my subscribers, and also for giving me one of my ace monsters. Um, as we go through, I will claim which one is my most favorite ace monster, and so forth. These cards you will most likely want to invest in based on the type of deck you're running. Some of them might even be staples. Most likely will be. So kicking it off, we have Darkest Diabolos, Lord of the Lair. Another shout out to my mom, and of course, shout out to everyone who got me the Layer of Darkness structure deck for allowing me to get this card within the structure deck, which this card, kaiju proof, um, even compulsory evacuation device proof. I know you can't see its attack, but its attack is 3,000. This card has an extreme effect that allows you to special summon it if it's either in your hand or graveyard, and you tribute a dark monster. Couple this with with what's his face? Couple him with Layer of Darkness, the field spell. You have a good you have a good way of bringing him out, along with specialing a token when you need tokens. Also, you contribute one dark monster. Your opponent places one card from their hand on either top or bottom of their deck. So instead of them progressing with drawing the next card in their deck, they would actually have a hard time because this card will you tribute and they put that card back on top of their deck. And if they had like a card that they needed the very next turn on top of the deck before they place that one on top, and they place that card on top, then oh my god, that is like literally screwing them over big time. Moving on, we have one that a lot of people don't pay attention to because, well, no one sees it as good except for yours truly. We have Diabolos, King King of the Abyss. Damn, look at that art. Now, you can just imagine its effect being extremely powerful. Of course, it cannot be special summoned, and who cares if it can or cannot be? If it's you have to tribute summon it, and it has to be tributed with a dark type monster. You have to tribute a dark type monster in order to tribute summon it. Cannot be tributed by card effects. Um, this card is absolutely fantastic. You have no idea how good this card is until you actually see it in in action when you actually stop your opponent from drawing the next card before he goes into the next card. You get a look at that top card. If it's if you don't like it, if you don't like the outcomes of what he can use it for, you can actually shuffle that, put it back on face up, or at the bottom. You can put it back on top or at the bottom of the deck. Based on how you go, this card is literally extremely good. Also, the fact that it cannot be tributed by card effects on while face up on the field, so that comes in handy big time. Next, we have one of the best Monarchs, and one that I feel is an absolute staple. Like, this card has to be a staple card, without a doubt. The Walking Twin Twister, Kuraz, the Light Monarch. Of course, you're gonna wonder, well, why the hell are you saying he's a staple? Well, this is why. Whilst he is no more special summoned, you can target up to two spells. You can target two cards on the field and destroy those targets. And if you do, each player controls one card for each card they controlled that was destroyed by this card effect. Of course, you cannot attack This card cannot attack during the turn it was normal or special summon. Who cares? This card is able to be pendulum summoned. Its effect will still go off. It can be tribute summoned. Its effect will still go off. It doesn't matter. That is absolutely fantastic. And also, lets you get power. Next, we have Lilith, Lady of Lemons. Dun dun dun. Now you're probably wondering, well, why the hell is this one? Why the hell would this one be a staple? Well, I'm gonna tell you why. Because you can normal summon this card, but of course its original attack becomes 1000. Quick effect, you contribute one dark monster card you control, and if you do, you get to search out you get to reveal three normal trap cards in your deck, and then your opponent randomly chooses one for you to set on the field. The rest shuffle back into your deck. So this is a good one for searching out for your opponent to set down, say, any of the trap hole cards. Um, Mind Crush. It helps your main draw power. Next, we have Fires of Doomsday. This card is one of the best copies of it. Otherwise, you discard one card. So that card comes in handy when your opponent searches that one. Now, good. Next, we have a staple card that goes in every deck that can hit level 7. Also, in Pendulum decks, when your opponent would to try to do something. This card is a good staple extra deck card. It's also a good side deck choice. We have Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. Now, obviously, if you're not running any Red Eyes in the deck that are level 7s, don't worry about it because this card's first effect comes in handy. While this card has X material, it cannot be destroyed by opponent's card or effects. Um, and of course, you immediately inflict 500 damage after it resolves. So that's actually every time your opponent would activate spell like any cards or effects. So and it cannot be destroyed by card effects. So it's extremely good. So your opponent tries to Black Rose Dragon, he can't be destroyed while he has XC material. Your opponent tries anything else, he can't while it has XC material. Also, while those effects actually resolve, they do this card does burning damage, which is extremely good. Now the next card, which is also one of my ace monsters, is number 11 Big Eye. Number 11 Big Eye. I am surprised that Konami has not hit him yet. I'm surprised they have not limited him. A lot of people don't play him anymore, which I found awkward. But this card, you can requires two level 7 monsters. You can detach one Xyz material, target one monster your opponent controls, take control of that target. Also, this card cannot attack during the turn this card's effect was activated, but your opponent cannot take control of that monster again unless he uses mind control, enemy controller, or if he uses or if he destroys the monster that you took control of, which you play this card, a lot of people are not expecting it, so you play it, a lot of people are like, what the hell? Because you just you take their link monster, you extra link. Oh my god, like this card is an essential for, I find it as an essential for plays that you would actually want to run. Next, next we have um, another one of my favorites, which is Supreme King Dragon Clearwing. Of course, you need one Dark Pendulum non-tuner monster and one tuner. If this card is synchro summon, destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls. So technically, Raigeki once he hits the field, like the moment you synchro summon him, Raigeki, which is extremely good. Um, which also this card will not affect Red Eyes Flare. So your opponent has Red Eyes Flare, you Raigeki effect um, effect not destroyed, resolved, effect you take 1000, which, ooh, That's that is an extreme harsh thing. Like every single one of these cards can actually you activate any one of these cards effect will um make you take the burn damage. So that kind of sucks. Either way, also you can actually if this card is in your graveyard, you if this card is in your graveyard, you can let's see if you can focus right now. Well, that's as good as it's gonna go for now. I'm sorry, guys. But also, if this card destroys an opponent, if this card battles an opponent before damage calculation, you can actually destroy that monster, and if you do inflict damage to your opponent equal to the destroyed monster's original attack. So you go up against Supreme King Zerk with this card. I do believe you are able to use this effect against Zerk. So you attack, effect, it gets destroyed. While this card gets destroyed, also your opponent takes the 4,000 damage, while you take the damage if you attacked with this card. Well, you attacked with this card, so that kind of like sucks right there. Either way, also if this card is in your graveyard, you can actually tribute two Supreme King Dragon monsters, special summon this card back to the field, which is a good revival effect, and it does have 2,500 attack. Next, we have one of my all-time favorites. Um, this is by far one of my all-time favorites. This happens to be um, one of the cards that I got a friend of mine to order me. Shout out to Monarchs again, once again. This is Ignister Prominence, the Blasting Draco Slayer. This card comes in handy when trying to pop your pendulum scales, or pop one of your opponent's pendulum scales, or destroy a pendulum monster. Also, you get to target one card on the field, shuffle that into the deck, or shuffle one card on into the deck. So it is also you can once per turn you can special summon one Draco monster from your deck in defense position, but it cannot be used as synchro material. So that is extremely good. Now, the card that I want to get into, and pretty much my ultimate favorite deck. So this card has been my ultimate favorite card. I want to give a shout out to my mother for getting me this card when I needed it, and I always use it. This is my ultimate ace monster. We have sub we have Crystal Wings Synchro Dragon. I love this card. That artwork is just so beautiful. Just look at that. Look. Oh my god. Man, when I got this card for the first time, I was shocked. I was jumping up and down. I wish I had a video of it. I would have showed you guys, posted it here on my channel. But either way, this one you actually require one tuner, one or more non-tuner synchro monsters. Once per turn, when another monster's effect is activated, quick effect, you negation if you do destroy that. And if you do, if this card's attack becomes equal, well, this card gains attack equal to the destroyed monster's original attack. So until the end of this turn, if this card battles an opponent's level 5 or higher monster during damage calculation, this card gains attack equal to the current attack of battling the opponent's monster that is battling during that damage calculation only. So, say your opponent has, oh, I don't know, Wave Oblivion King Caesar Ragnarok, which is a DDD monster. Your opponent attacks this card. Effect, this card gains that monster's current attack which will overwhelp that opponent, and your opponent will just be like, "What the hell just happened?" Like he took his monster's entire attack. It even does even more damage when your opponent actually attacks with Wave Oblivion King Caesar Ragnarok while having one of your strongest monsters attached to it as material, which is damn. Like you won't believe that. Next we have Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Everyone ignored this card once its Supreme King counterpart came out. I love this card because when it is destroyed by battle or by card effect, um, uh, when it is well, when this card is destroyed in general. So you can use your field spell to destroy it if you have anything. By this one's effect, if your opponent has an entire field of link monsters and all of them were special summoned, by this card's effect, wipe them all out. Now that is a nasty trick. Though you gotta watch out if your opponent tries to negate the card effect from the graveyard. And last but not least, the number 15 card, which everyone has been dissing ever since it came out, is Zefram Metaltron. The fact that this card is a 3-link monster, of course it requires 2 or more special summoned monsters from the extra deck. Doesn't really matter. This card, if this card points to an if this card points to a if a monster this card points to was special summoned from the extra deck is destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can add one monster from your graveyard or face up from your pendulum or one face up pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. You can target one monster on each player's field that was special summoned from the extra deck, except this card banished both into the end phase. So technically, this card is almost exactly like it's technically a link version um Cyframe Lord Omega, which is extremely good. Well, there you have it, guys. Uh, well, there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the this video. Please like this video. Subscribe to my channel. Um, click that notification bell so you can stay notified every time I upload a video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Um, and please, if you have any suggestions or any or you want me to like, or if you know me and you want me, if you know me or don't know me and you want me to showcase your deck or record you explaining your deck profile to on this channel and you want to cooperate or you just want to like have like an actual duel on the air, well, I'm down. Like I seriously will go for it. I'm an open person. I try to keep everything open-minded, and I wanna help you while you help others. Know like see the potential of your deck and let them know that this is a deck is a force to be reckoned with. Other than that, I'll see you guys back here on Wednesday.